we do make a big thing of our Prime Minister's friendship with the US president, and there may be some value to that, but I don't think that's going to protect us against tariffs if he suddenly takes a mind to it.
How do you see the US-India? We have a pretty big deficit, about $60 billion. How are you seeing that play out with all the tariff wars which are happening?
Well, it's unfortunate because the US was, in the lead of countries pushing for openness in the past. And every so often it turns. It was very protectionist in the last part of the 19th century under McKinley and so on, and it's turning protectionist under this president. So far, not a huge change on the ground, but some possibilities that it will change. In fact, I think not possibilities, but almost surely we will have some tariffs levied. Part of the reason is this president believes that tariffs can be a source of revenue, and that if he collects money on the tariffs, he can cut taxes elsewhere for his constituents. But he also believes quite firmly that if the US is running a deficit with some other country, it's basically because the other country is cheating. And, there are always examples, as you know, motorcycles. What is the tariff we put on Harley Davidsons? That's become front and center. But I think that you combine the tariff as taxes with the tariff as leveling the playing field, and add a third ingredient that which hasn't shown up so far in a big way, which is that it also helps us keep our geopolitical rivals down, in this case, mainly China. And you get the rationale for a kind of tariff war over time. I mean, people say the president is swayed by, the stock market. And clearly the stock market believed the tariff war would be waged in full. There might be some, it might swoon. It's already very, highly valued. But thus far, he has backed away. So people still think that this is a negotiating tactic. I think it's more simply because he's surrounded with people who really believe in tariffs, his economic advisors. I would not, for him, friendships are transactional. So we do make a big thing of our Prime Minister's friendship with the US president, and there may be some value to that, but I don't think that's going to protect us against tariffs if he suddenly takes a mind to it. Is it going to happen? For sure? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows the mind of the US president. It can be quite changeable. Maybe our Prime Minister can do a good job in selling him on the idea that, this doesn't make sense and India will make whatever sort of changes it needs. But it does require a strong selling job, and I hope he can do it.